76 days to the December polls. Good afternoon and welcome to Election Brief on your election headquarters with me, Araba Kumson. Coming up, electorates at Kokompe in the Ablikuma North constituency are sharply divided over what will inform their votes on election day. Also, MPP describes as haram a manifesto pledge by the NDC to facilitate the establishment of mortuaries in Zongo communities.
So we say facilitate the establishment of mortuaries in accordance with Islamic custom and practices.
It's prohibited. It's haram.
And we hit the campaign trail. The NDC's presidential candidate, John Mahama, is in the Bono region, whilst Vice President Dr. Baumia is in the Oti region. We'll bring you updates from both camps. We're live on your DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144 on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. We're also live on myjoyonline.com. Follow Joy News on TV. We stream on myjoyonline.com. On YouTube, we are Joy News TV. Stay tuned in. Thanks again for your company. Let's begin this bulletin from the Ablikuma North constituency with voters' voice at Kokompe, where electorates are sharply divided over the benefit of free senior high school, while some lament over what they describe as poor management of the economy under the current administration. Watch.
When you scan or talk and confirm, Omunina sorry, Adjane. No about Sanso Beto Crocrama, Dabi, Yentimi, and Colano in Co School, the Akufado and Yape. It has Robert Naso, yet to meet Robert Naso 30 years cry a pay. Yapesi Beto Kufado, Miss Massamono. Last 4 years, Yawaha, and no Manansi have Nenado. Mamma Chemohano Mugonu. Sisia 4 years in a home Siciano. Young Mama is far better than Akufado. And 2.5 months for Nana, no more for more. Sanko for empty. Mama is far better than a Gufado. And you go for the Batuano. Old man 1 year home. Go behind the Gufado. Old man 1 year, Mama said, I'm Mama, yeah, Mama, Mama, buy, because also about to me. Yes, 4 years for Nana. No, 4 years. So many years. Obuakura, Oba, Mapa, Nakufado, Yakushla, baby, I will be a Kushla. What can you Canana? I saw what you be a watching Nana. Can be as over 4 years. Oba, no, this Kakoto, you learn Chris Amamo. Yeah, I'm told Chris. Why? I'm calling you're going there. Baumea, I don't know about me. I don't know about me. That's a Yaya Baumea. Baumea, I'm comedy. I didn't perform Canopra. Baumea, I never go about many Baumea's guy. I jam. I want to tell my little to my age. I to my age. Mama, you have a pen over your memoir. I am trying to Mama, you have a pen over your memoir. Mother, she got to comedy. Yeah, black. Yeah, because so and confirm and this go by and confirm away. And confirm the woman in ultimate to Quadia. This BP and confirm and confirm. But the opportunity is too much. Me 70 years as I'm to about me 70 years I'm to about. I'm by another yes. Okay, Mama Kasa. Okay. Me pam so bianya di no meeting. Munim bibi. Sama huma pampam. Me nyoma wey. Me de hwe SS. Me kwampa na mefa so me de be hwe SS no. Me pa cho se me amigire we me be pani kwa SS. Free. Me second one our JSS. Free. Na ka me yada me ko tua admission fee. Me ko to prospectus. Na me de ma me be ko school. Madam Nana, 4 more for Nana. 4 more for Nana.
Madam, Saúl, I don't do your back. Saúl,
the best make sense say we are seeing baby awudi dinu ya nsa ho ya duma kakra ye wo ha sei aban peso guno kwa ben so no pese ye fa so ne ye didi ye ne ma free education entimi mfa nipa nko ba bia so wutimi ye waduma na wunya sika wo betumi atu aba school fees enti sa ogu ye duma dia ene edi fo bia de ma no ye be sisem ama ye ho ato ye e da se sika wo botoma wutimi ya da ehwe oma ene wo yire enti the better me say free education enya hwe as I say we are free education any pa no ni adwuma ya e bogus
this year no abato we no e decision kake e form of for nana form more to do more. Thank you very much. Na meka se sabe na adwon fom kakra adentra meka sasa oma bia homa sunya ejina de ni kan kwa ejina de so
Fred Kasimani enko
ejina homa so
Fred Kasimani na yenye adwuma Fred Kasimani enko yenye otu wakufa do no ogosko bai
otia school fees mama so e
odo tama ya brother
mama so e for free no we ma
na yehwe wo wura kufu adu aman mu a wo buo nsese a e free say aman mu na wo buo no asem bia ni ho ye a wo sese bi obi be challenge no na brantie bi aba ye wo se friend Mahama mi de minim no sanze wa bedi bi pen ye de nnan se bi obe bibi na ono ankasa na betena so 8 years wantimi anya hu wo aeroplane nam wiem watimi atena taban aton wadi amene de krono wa bono ma we mu na Ghana fo na sebe ye nsuanyanza hu ade odi ase ye nim de ye hwe na wa abrantie we be gina abrantie we timi be gina wa saka che se to abama no no sebe yo se nyansa bi wo tina dri kwachi a edi kaza go so ba kra wo pam no na saba pano ude oso ye bema ude waza be twem kokompa mi se Mahama zo ye bema biemu a waza be fa biemu na yo hwade ude ase na aba no pa ye sia no won to resignation letter enforcement is for the ontimi nko biemu na fe ye hu se ma wo ma biemu kra ye kra ye mpede ni kra zo ye dey ahwe enti na kokompa fo ye huru no ko ye ni de wo ye wo biewa no a asem bia na ye dem de mino ye yene na nyenye no china wodi ase se Mahama wunne ni esie no a se na mesa kobo na mna foforo se esie ni bia bo mi pede ni bro eti wodi mu se na esie ye wo esie ano opa onkasa aba no onko biem na on tena fie nwene ho adu free pe na ye no ye se ye form of nana asema ye se ye hia no se ma ha no ho na ire ni ma obia na wombo je nya dia e betiase ama Mahama babie wodi ase na wodi
Interesting voices there from Kokompe in the Ablekuma North constituency, and that's how it's supposed to be, agree to disagree. Now, the governing MPP has described as haram a manifesto pledge by the NDC to facilitate the establishment of mortuaries in Zongo communities. The party argues the pledge contravenes Islamic traditions. This comes after former President Mahama, in an interview with TV XYZ and Wizo TV, mentioned a number of interventions and acknowledged the concerns of Muslims about how traditional mortuaries handle their beloved ones when they pass on. And he said this new government, or his new government, will address the problem. Watch.
You know, there's been a long-standing complaint about how their bodies are handled, and then also by Islamic practice, within a certain number of hours, I think it's 48 hours, they must bury the person. But often with our traditional hospitals, it takes quite some time for them to get the body ready and so on and so forth. And so a lot of the Muslim communities have not been happy. And so we say facilitate the establishment of mortuaries in accordance with Islamic custom and practices, and collaborate with the Ministry of Health to set up focal teams responsible for procedures that are compliant with Islamic custom and practice at all public mortuaries. Yes. So this is a very important thing that they have been talking about.
Now, the Nasser coordinator for the governing MPP, Abdul Aziz Haruna Futa, believes former President Mahama erred in his promise to the Zongo communities.
It's empty. This is not people's manifesto. And they never liked Zongo. So I don't know. I think that they did not add Zongo. They did not consult Zongo. They can consult the other people, but not Zongo. Because if they really consult Zongo, they should know that mortuary, it is not part of our priority in Zongo at all. That is not what Zongo's priority at all.
Is it haram or something?
Yeah, it's prohibited. It's haram. Because why? If we lost our loved ones at a hospital, being Kwalibu or Konfanochi or Rage Hospital or what kind of hospital, if we lost our loved one, first, what we do is to facilitate and get our corpse. That is the most important. And if we get our corpse, we take it home because we value our corpse. We take them home. And taking them home, it is not anybody at all that can come close to the dead body and bath the dead body according to Islamic teachings. It rather have to be your family or your children, your closest family, because we value our corpse. They don't love us. That is why he's saying he's going to create a mortuary for us, and that is not our priority.
Now let's hit the campaign trail because Vice President Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia has joined residents in the Oti regional capital, Dambai, to inaugurate the Regional House of Chiefs. The inauguration has become necessary following the creation of the region on the 15 May 2019 after a referendum in 2017. He urged members of the Oti Regional House of Chiefs to uphold the law in order to bring development to their people. And he's also asking the members to judiciously administer lands properly in order to ensure peace and stability in their respective areas. He's asking the chiefs to join the clarion call to speak against the ills of society. We have on the line with us now correspondent Peter Senu. He's with the team. He joins us live on the developments there. Peter, what more has the Vice President been saying?
Well, the Vice President just inaugurated the Oti Regional House of Chiefs and also cut the sod for the construction of 8 office complexes here in the Oti Regional capital, Dambai. He has been calling on the people the chiefs really, to get united and help bring development to the doorstep of the people. He said the creation of the region proper is as a result of trying to bring development closer to the people, and that the chiefs have a role to play in achieving that goal. And that the creation of the region was also part of the MPP's 2016 campaign manifesto, and that he is happy to be part of history today. And that he has also finally addressed the chiefs and people, and then asking them to consider all that the government has been doing since 2017 to give the government 4 more years to do more as the MPP touts its achievement of 1 district, 1 factory, 1 village, 1 dam. And then top among them is the free senior high school policy they've introduced. And so the people came in their numbers to cheer them up, suggesting their support for the party come the December polls.
Peter.
But the chiefs also, yes.
So I'm curious about how the chiefs have been responding to what the Vice President has been saying.
Yeah, the chiefs, according to them, the spokesperson, Nana Mprabesemuna, the Krachiwura, who spoke for the chief, said, in fact, this is the worst divorce they've seen so far in the history of the creation of the regions, and that the Oti region was separated haven't gotten nothing from its mother region, the Volta region. And so he is asking that whether Dr. Bawumia will conjure the money about whatever magic should try and give them 2 million seed capital that they could invest and then use the proceeds to run the administration of the regional House of Chiefs. In fact, Dr. Bawumia has also given them a Land Cruiser and then a pickup for their daily activities in the region. Araba.
Very well. Thank you very much. That's Peter Senu. He's our OT regional correspondent with that update from the Vice President's camp. Now, government will later today account to Ghanaians policies and interventions it has implemented on youth development and job creation since it was elected in 2016. The maiden edition of the Nation Building Update is under the theme, Leadership That Delivers for the Youth. Pius Enam Hajide is Deputy Information Minister. He joins us with what to expect at the program. Many thanks for your time, sir. So what are some of these interventions we are likely to hear about at this event?
Well, thank you very much, Araba. Yes, indeed, you're right. At 5 o'clock this evening at the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences, the maiden Nation Building Update, which is themed around leadership that delivers for the youth, will come off. And as has been indicated, the agencies that have led the implementation of His Excellency's the President's vision as far as youth development and job creation is concerned will take the stage to report to the people of Ghana and update us. These agencies include the National Youth Authority, the Youth Employment Agency, the Nation Builders Corps, the National Board for Small-Scale Industries, National Service Scheme, and then the National Entrepreneur and Innovation Plan, the NEI. Key amongst these interventions that they will be speaking to, as I have been informed, shall include, for instance, with the NEIP, the Presidential Pitch and the Greenhouse Project. At the National Service Scheme, we are aware of the digitization of processes that is making life a lot more easier for the youth of this country. The NAPCO, I believe, will report to steps that are ensuring steady progression into more permanent jobs. We are also aware of the digital marketing and capacity building projects that have been undertaken at the National Youth Employment Agency. We also know that under the CAP bars, support has been given to Ghanaian entrepreneurs, both medium and small scale and even micro companies, and a lot of them have been used. And so I do not intend to preempt their presentations, but I do believe that to be an interesting engagement this afternoon. We are using your platform to once again invite the people of Ghana, especially the youth, to either participate, in physical attendance or to follow it either on radio or on TV or on social media. Right.
So if I understand you correctly, what this is seeking to do is give us an idea of how many jobs government has created since the assumption of office. Can you tell us that off the top of your head, or an estimate of how many jobs this government has been able to create?
Araba, the government has reported that 202 million and over jobs have been created within this last 3.5 years. Most of these jobs have gone to the youth. Again, the Ghana Living Standard Survey, around 7, has indicated that under his watch, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has reduced unemployment by some 3.4%. And so the details, agency by agency, will be put out. And indeed, you're right, that we are not just going to speak about it in general terms. They be able to drill down to some details and give us indications of numbers, and we are looking forward to their presentation. And let me also say to you that these are the agency's presentations, and until it is done, we at the Ministry of Information may only preempt their various presentations if we want to drill down too much. They will give us the meat and the details in due course in just about 2 hours or 3. at the event at 5 o'clock.
Okay, thank you so much. That's Deputy Information Minister Pius Hajide there. And as you heard him, the event will be broadcast live here on your superstation Joy 99.7 FM as well as Joy News TV at 5:30 going. Now let's go back to the campaign trail because campaigning in the Bono region enters day 2 today for John Mahama, presidential candidate of the NDC. The former president, after touring Wenchi, Tyne, Sunyani West constituencies on Monday, will be in Sunyani East, Brekum East and West constituencies today to interact with traditional leaders and party supporters. Precious Semivor is on the tour and joins us with updates. Precious, bring us up to speed on what the former president will be doing on his tour in the region.
Well, so the former president, John Mahama, as part of 4 days, was expected, to tour Sunyani East, as you rightly said, and then continue to the 2 Brekum constituencies. But as I speak to you, the tour has been cut short by the former president, and he has attributed him cutting the tour short due to what he describes as chaotic happenings in the voters' register. Now, he is saying that the anomalies, as has been revealed in the ongoing voters' exhibition exercise, is one too many, and it is imperative that he returns to Accra, join the national NDC, and then take a position and then react appropriately to it, because he believes what is happening has the tendency to create chaos during the December 7th elections. And if he continues to tour, and then happenings in Accra means that the December 7th election will not be free and fair. It will just be an exercise in futility. So he believes that it is appropriate for him to cut short his tour of the Bono region, which entered the 2 this morning, and then returned to Accra. But before that, he started the day at Sunyani Magazine, where he met the garages and a lot of NDC supporters in that particular enclave, where he was explaining the policies that the NDC administration, hopefully come 2021, will be implementing to the benefit of the garages. He particularly, talked about diagnostic training machines for the garages to ensure that they will not be pushed out of jobs. Because as we continue, the world continues to advance in technology, they also need to build their capacity to ensure that they will be able to use technology to provide solutions to.
Very well. Thank you so much. That's Precious Semivor. He is our Bono regional correspondent. Well, earlier, before his tour of the Bono region, the NDC flag bearer was in the Bono East region. Here's a wrap by Anas Sabit.
First, the former president John Dramani Mahama began his tour of the newly created region with a courtesy call on the Omahini of the Amantin Traditional Council, where he promised to upgrade the Amantin Health Center into a polyclinic when voted into office.
I said 2016, Abraham Mia Mampini, Samuel, I'm here better about me, but Amantin, I'm a car. More help center myself. Say Yamia Madon, not the Bayer Mampinia. We pay health center, have a polyclinic.
He then proceeded to KJG in the Sini East district, where he addressed a deba of chiefs and party faithfuls. Here, the Omahini of the Nkomi traditional area, Nana Osuri Sunkwa Kurunku II, called on the former president to, amongst others, construct a hospital for the predominantly farming community.
Your Excellency, we thank you for the numerous cheap compounds and other health facilities provided by your previous government. Looking at the population, location and size of the district, we shall be grateful if a hospital and more cheap compound can be put for the district when you come.
On day 2, Mr. Mahama visited the president of the Bon Ahafu Regional House of Chiefs and Omahini of the Yeji Traditional Council, Pimampim Yao Kadbrese V. The traditional ruler advised the NDC leader and other political parties to desist from delving into chieftaincy issues in order to safeguard the dignity of the traditional institution.
Senior constitutional Eddie Barrier Ato Nananum Any will say, Maubia and yet active policy. Sarah, Anna, constitutional chair said, Emma.
And that was a wrap of former President John Mahama's tour of the Bono East region by Anna Summit. And that will be a wrap for us here on Election Brief. Join us same time tomorrow at 1:30 here on your Joy News channel. I'm Arba Kumson. Thanks for watching.